What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. It's on the left side here. We have Memento with us playing it, going up against Usman on the right, playing the copy of Tenpai. This is going to be post the Infinite Forbidden. The set did drop, I believe, yesterday, actually. We're going to be starting off with a normal summon of a Angel Witch. We are still learning the deck, so if I make any misplays, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm trying to learn more. There's lots of crazy lines with this. We're going to be searching for the Mace here, which means we most likely already have the Tusinoko or the copy of the Sheep in the hand. We do already have the copy of the Zebra here, so we're going to summon itself out. Activating specs, destroying the copy of the level 2 Karibo and the Sheep. Then we're going to be seeing the Karibo activates effects. You could actually send the Mace and then the other guy, the Goblin, instead, and then we could see the Angel Witch coming back out the copy of the Mace. But choosing to do this line instead, we're going to be adding back the Sheep with that copy of the level 2, and then we're going to activate the effect of the Sheep to fusion summon. We're going to go into a copy of the Twin. Twin's going to be destroying the copy of the Sheep, and then that's going to be able to let us search for it too. We're searching for the Horn Dragon alongside a copy of I think we already have the Mace in the hand, so we're going to be searching for another copy of the Sheep here. We're going to see the effect of the Sheep, send the copy of the spell, which can then destroy itself. We still know the copy of the Horn Dragon, which is actually insanely good interruption during our opponent's turn. If we have this on the field alongside the new the Creation King, it actually can be quite devastating. We're going to be seeing the effect of the Fusion spell, pop the Fusion to add, and then the Fusion is going to be summoning out the copy of Angel Witch. We then link up into a copy of the Cross Sheep here, and then we're going to activate the Fusion to let us put back to summon, because we did see something was popped this turn, to go for the new Creation King. And then we're going to be seeing the Cross Sheep bring out back the Angel Witch, and we should be sending the Mace, the Trap, Trap, the level Mace, and so maybe we already have the big guy in the hand. We send another copy of the spell there. Here we are going to activate the effect destroying itself, and we're going to then, okay, now we're doing it in the wrong order here, so we're going to go with Angel Witch still on the field. We're going to be banishing the Fusion to be able to search for the Trap. Or search for the field spell here. Field spell is going to activate. We're going to destroy the Angel Witch, summon out the copy of level 1. And then we're going to be seeing the field spell summon out the Goblin from the hand. We're going to then activate the Mace, destroying the Goblin to be able to then add us any Memento card. Looks like we're thinking about adding Bone Party. We're adding another Fusion spell here, so for the next turn, being able to go up into a Guardian Chimera can be quite nice, popping their field as well, or just going for like a Twin if we need to. We also just need different names in the grave. We're going to go up into a copy of SP, and here we do have the level 5. So we have the big guy, the Creation, in the hand there, so we're going to be putting the 5 back to summon itself out. And then we reset the Trap here, and with alongside 2 other cards, one of them being the Fusion. And so now we have SP, Cranium Burst, and then a Pop, as well as a Snatch Deal as well. Pretty good against Tenpai. I do say that we kind of put all our monsters in attack position, so they could just go like Lightning Storm. We probably should put the Combined Creation in defense. The reason why I didn't do that was because I know that they have to attack into it. So I want them to be taking damage. I mean, they can prevent them taking damage from other stuff, but it's still not worth the protection of I'd rather put it in defense position looking back. But we see Pydra being normal summoned here. Just going to activate the effect. We're going to hit it with a copy of the Cranium Burst, negating the effect. What's really good about this is it's also not a monster effect, so we can't play, it doesn't play in the talents. So many people think like it makes it Napalooza, so it gives it the effect, but does not. Which means Ogre's really good against it as well, by the way. They're kind of attempt to go battle phase here. We chain Mace in the main phase, and they do have the droplets. And they're going to send the Hydra alongside the copy of another droplet, so we can't chain a spell here. They hit their fusion alongside the copy of SP. Like, they're thinking here if they want to do SP or the creation, because if they do the creation, then it only has 2 more negates, but they choose SP instead. You know, 2 and 4 are pretty much the same when you're playing against Tenpai. They only have so many monster effects that can activate. They do have Sengen summoning here to add. They're going to be adding the new guy here, the good old Gunshin, I think his name is. And he activates the effect, the Poplar in the hand. We do negate that, and he goes, oh, right. And then that's just going to be our game. So, yeah, you see Cranium Burst kind of stealing the game there. Quite good against a deck like Tenpai, where it's all just as monster related. But we didn't see any hand traps as well, which means our board probably could have been a little bit better if we were playing it differently. You know, Appaloosa. Now, like, the thing with Appaloosa is I didn't find it necessarily needed in the Tenpai matchups. Sometimes you have to choose which like line you want to go for. I have thought about maybe going for that Griffin line, being able to set up, but if they had any hand trap there, we'd just essentially just lose and kind of like play badly, if that makes any sense. But we are going to go into game 2 here, where they're going to be able to put in their different decks. You know, we do know they're playing the copy of Raigeki. That was a joke that was mentioned prior. You know, I know Usman's deck list to try to help him out a little bit. So playing Lightning Storms in the main and then the Raigeki's in the side. It's like, oh, well, if we get hit with Lightning Storm Raigeki, we're losing anyways. But it's like Lightning Storm Raigeki, then Hydra is like, what the heck? That's just a 3-card OTK combo, which would be quite nice. Quite funny to see if it did get pulled off. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Memento, to be honest. I think it's a fun deck. It is a little bit more complicated than I wished it was. It reminds me of old school DDDs. Now, some of the combos are pretty basic, you know, explaining the 1-card Angel Witch combo, which if you guys have not watched, there is a combo video for the deck on the channel. I do write down a little bit the combos so I can follow through them. There's lots of different like sources on YouTube that helps you play. Unfortunately, we don't have the copy of Elf, which a lot of players play it. You know, in Master Duel, a lot of those combos are Master Duel related, but this one here is strictly TCG. We're going to go in with the Bone Party, destroying the copy of Sleepy, summon out a copy of Angel Witch, and then we're going to activate the effect of Sleepy here, and the Angel Witch. They do chain a Veiler to this. Now, unfortunately in our hand, we did have a copy of the Mementolian Fusion, so we kind of misplayed that because we would have been able to chain it, and we here activate the Mementolian Fusion. I forgot that a card was destroyed, and so we're going to be activating the effect. And he mentions here, yeah, like, completely forgot about that. And we're going to go for the Twin. Twin can then activate its effects. But we could have, like, dodged the Veiler here so that we would have been able to search for the Zebra. Now, this is what I mean when I say, like, the deck is a little bit complicated at some points. Like, it's able to, it's able to dodge some hand traps really well, but at the same time, like, if you just forget that you did certain stuff, if like it just doesn't come up, or like you're like, okay, well, wow, and like remembering you destroyed something when it's like your first action you do, and just like it's super weird thinking that Bone Party destroys from the hand, and like I just kept thinking it searches. Like, I'm not used to being like destroying cards I'm used to like the Unchained cards destroying it, but we're gonna be seeing a couple tag outs and then dumping with the Goblin, I believe. Or the Tushinoko, yeah. Tushinoko is going to be, and then we're going to be adding back with the copy of the Karibo here. And just passing on this. Super weird board, by the way. I definitely don't think that's correct. We're going to go Bone Party, Destroy. And that's going to let us summon out the copy of Angel Witch. Angel Witch can activate its effects. We don't see the Karibo being summoned because it has to be sent by a monster effect. They do have droplets for this, sending a spell. but we do have the fusion to shuffle back. So we're going to be shuffling back the Karibo and the mace, as well as the twin, to go up into the copy of the fusion Creation King, which is going to be just a form of a pop. We're going to be able to dump the copy of Karibo, the Cranium Burst, alongside the copy of the Combined Creation. Then we're going to see the Karibo add itself back, which is going to, or summon itself back here, which can then add the sheep that's in our graveyard. Or we're adding back the copy of the Bone Party here, so maybe not having the sheep in the graveyard, or having it already in the hand could be as well. We're going to go effect of the Creation King, destroying the copy of the sheep to destroy the field spell. They do have the Raigeki here, but we have the the Chandra as well as the last card, like I was mentioning earlier. That's just going to be a OTK here. Now they do have, I do have here, I should say, a copy of Ash Blossom, but it's not going to be enough. Just this Chandra alone will be able to OTK us with summoning with the Pydra. Pydra doesn't even need to search. We do search here, and we let him resolve, because I was like, okay, well, if I don't die or if he misplays, I can just hit the copy of the Kaiman, because you just stop him from plussing. But they go into the Biden Dragon attack, and bring out the copy of Pydra, dealing us some damage here, bringing us down, and they can just Synchro Summon once again, and then attack with us, and then Biden Dragon will be able to bring itself back once again here. But yeah. And they go for the Super Chance Duel. And this is when I realized I should have ashed the Pydra. Because, like, no matter what they do, it doesn't really matter. If they go into the copy of the Super Transcendent, then I won't be able to ash anyways. So I might as well just ash the first card, leaving them on 0 cards. And if they have it, they have it. Like, I'm not going to be able to OTK them. Or I'm not going to be able to stop an OTK with an Ash Blossom, essentially. But that was game 2. Probably could have played that a little bit better. Especially by using the dodge, the fusion. I would have been able to dodge the copy of Valor with the fusion, making us put back, and then we would have summoned out the twin. Twin would have been able to destroy itself, and I could have searched, would have been able to search for the copy of Sheep. I could go Twin 1, Sheep 2, summon itself out, Twin, destroy Sheep, send the fusion spell, and then we're going to see like Twin add 2, and then with the fusion spell pop the Twin add back. But we are going to be seeing Shifter being activated here, and we just set 2 cards and pass, one of them being a copy of Anti-Spell. And they do flip up the copy of Anti-Spell here, and they reveal the 3 Kaiman in the hand, laughing. This is just a local match. Not much we can do. They do hit the Kaiman, and we do ash that with Swiftness. They chained it in response to the Anti-Spell, by the way. But we do normal summon out the Chandra here, and then we're going to go Battle Phase, attack. We do have the copy of Imperm. They have a copy of Magnemite here that they banished their Shifter, summon it, which is going to mean they're going to have a search during the end phase. Dealing us some damage here, dealing us a significant amount of damage. But they are thinking if they want to chain the Synchro effect, but they choose not to. Definitely makes sense. They're going to attack with both of them, then go up into a copy of Seals, setting 1 card, and then Magnemite's going to resolve during the end phase here, letting them search for really whatever they want to. They're thinking of doing the new one here, which is another way of searching for it, if you guys did not know. But searching for a copy of Pydra as well. So they have that essentially follow up from next turn, and we know they have a Kaiman set. But we're just pretending we don't really know what it is. So we normal summon a copy of Mace. Mace is going to activate its effects, destroying itself, to then be able to search. Now, unfortunately, we are under our own anti-spell. So we search for the Tsuchinoko here. But what really should have happened is they should have bounced the copy of Goblin with that copy of the Seals. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have any other play. But the thing with Memento is that there's not really much knowledge on the deck right now, so they don't really know exactly what to do. We do summon out the copy of the Tsuchinoko here, and they do choose to bounce that with Seals. Definitely a good target as well if we don't have anything else we can kind of play through, which they can summon out a copy of the Chandra. Now we can't directly attack because the Chandra will be able to activate its effects, and we don't want that. So they're kind of protecting themselves. We're going to go with the Sheep effect here, special summon itself out, activating it, letting us fuse to go up into the copy of the Twin. Twin's going to be destroying the Sheep, to search for the copy of the Horn Dragon alongside the copy of, I'm not even sure, maybe you just do the combined creation. We've already normal summoned. I feel like you're just forced to do the combined creation at that point. Or maybe even the sheep, because you have to... Oh, well. We have already summoned the sheep, so it's going to be kind of hard for us. We do switch to combined creation. It's going to be hard for us to beat over this Chandra without activating its effects. We have to find a way to like pop the copy of the Horn Dragon here, which we should have done. Yeah. So looking back right here, we made a huge misplay by not just going summon with the Horn Dragon, then activating the effect of the fusion spell, pop the Horn Dragon, and then popping the Chandra and then their back row, or even just our anti-spell and the Twin Dragon in the back row, which would then be able to like add these cards back, summon them out. Like this is like the kind of like combo lines you don't necessarily practice. It's more like in use, which looking back, I should have seen those lines. But like what's really good about looking back at your replays is like this is stuff that comes up. So like looking back, I should have made that play. I should have noticed that read. Unfortunately, I did not, which kind of cost us the game here. Being able to pop the Chandra as well as the back row, or even just our anti-spell, so we can have access to the fusion. We can OTK here. The 5,000 attack copy of the combined creation alongside the creation king is just 8,000 damage right away. So like that would have gave us enough for game. We just unfortunately did not accomplish that very well here. So we're forced to set a copy of the fusion, which we can't even use because anti-spell, and we're not going to go back to our turn. Chances are if they go back to our turn, we're going to be winning the game there anyways. But they have Chandra, Pydra, as well as a copy of Kaiman. So like, there's no world where they're going to give us a turn back. And we're already down like I think 4,000 life points. So at this point, it's just like we know we just lost the game. So we're going to set the field spell there, and then they have everything that they need, being able to attack into the copy of the Godic. And then we're going to be seeing, Chandra should have been put to attack position. It is at 0, so it doesn't necessarily exactly matter because they will be able to fusion off with it. And it can still activate the effect to bring out the copy of the Pydra. Pydra doesn't have a target right now to reborn, but that's not going to matter that much. Yeah, we definitely threw that game there. We should have gone with the Horn Dragon, popped it, then being able to pop 2 cards on the field. It has a really cool, this is what I was talking about at the locals with people. Like, the deck is really cool, but the thing is it's a really high ceiling deck. So, if you misplay, you most likely will lose the game. There are some areas where you can come back, but it's like at times like this, we threw the game by not realizing the play. And it is day 1 of the deck, so, it is a little bit more complicated to play than like a Melodious, let's say, or Tenpai. But Shifter hurts the deck a lot. We still could have played through that looking back, which is good that we are learning something. If anything else was missed, let me know in the comment section down below. We know they had no hand traps at that point, so I feel like we definitely could have gone for the Horn Dragon pop. Horn Dragon pop, the field, or the spell, anti-spell. I guess we do Chandra, anti-spell, and Chandra, anti-spell, and like our twin would then be able to summon back out. We'd be able to activate the fusion effect, letting us fuse into the copy of combined creation, which can then send. Then we could actually activate the combined creation to summon itself out, and we would have had 8,000 right there on board, which would have been game. But we see Tenpai end up winning the match here. Hopefully, this is watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, see more content like this. So stay safe. Peace.